You are listening to Unstoppable Actors, the essential podcast for ambitious, unknown actors with me, Louise, the artistic director of Standby Method Acting Studio. And for the last 13 years, I've been taking unknown actors with blank CVs all the way to Netflix dramas, Amazon Prime films, TV soaps, and stage plays around the world. And every week I'll be talking with you and sharing how you can become a paid working unstoppable actor, because you 1000% can. An acting career is doable. Are you ready to dive into the episode? Hello, I'm so pleased you could join me for this episode of Unstoppable Actors. I'm absolutely amped up, fired up, all of the ups to share with you how to get in the zone. I know this is something that really stumps a lot of actors. I've seen so many mistakes with this. I've made many mistakes myself, and I've also got the method acting exercises you need to turn this around so you can truthfully get in the zone. Because those actors who truthfully get in the zone and do it well give the performances of their lives. They find new things about the character that have been previously undiscovered in rehearsals. They also feel a sense of contentment around what they've created in the scene and with the character. And this has a knock-on effect because it boosts their confidence when it comes to prepping their next character, delivering their next set of scenes, their next auditions. And this is what I want for you. When we can get into the zone well, we make it so much easier to become an unstoppable actor. If you're brand new to the podcast, welcome. I'm so glad you found us. You are in exactly the right place you need to be in to start up-leveling not only your acting career, but also your performances. If you are returning and you are a regular listener, I say it pretty much every episode, but I'm always so happy to be able to create these episodes for you. I love arming you up with the knowledge and the insights that are going to take you from where you are now to becoming unstoppable. Before I start to unpack this, I want to let you know that applications are officially open for the autumn 10-week method acting module that begins Wednesday the 16th of October. This is the very final 10-week method acting module of 2024, and it is a jam-packed one that you really don't want to miss. I'm going to be telling you more about it at the end of the episode, but as always, I've left the link underneath in the description so you can go and read up on the 10-week method acting modules and, of course, get an application in. So let's get into this then. How to get in the zone. Getting in the zone is really about focusing. And every single actor I've ever worked with on a professional level, where I've been an actress myself, or who I've coached, has always tried their very best to focus before a scene. But what is it that we need to focus on? Because the thing that we focus on is the thing that makes the absolute biggest difference to the level of work and the level of truth that we bring to the scene. So many years ago, before I'd ever trained in method acting, I used to think that I needed to go over and over the lines in my head. And in my head, I used to try and make them sound real and natural and truthful, and that's what I used to focus on. And I thought that's what would get me in the zone. And I was wrong. That is the wrong thing to focus on, because what that does is pave the way for mechanical acting. Then I started thinking I needed to focus on my body, so I'd shake my arms out and think I needed to generate energy in my body, so I used to do that. Again, it's not the right thing to focus on because I'm not actually focusing on what's going on in the scene. And then as I've auditioned people for the 10-week method acting modules, I've seen them focus on many different things. And I want to share a story with you about someone who did do their absolute best to focus, but royally messed up the scene. I'm sharing this with you not to shame that person, because of course I'm not going to share their name and who they were. I'm sharing it because it's a really good learning point and I don't want you making the same mistake. So this was back in the day when I used to do the 10-week method acting modules in person. Now we do them online. They're actually way more effective because they actually challenge and train your imagination on a level that being in person can't, and they make you more disciplined. That's by the by though. So back in the day when we did them in person, at one set of auditions, this actor came in and we were just having a quick chat before they went on to share the scene that I'd asked them to prepare for the audition. And they were talking a lot about Stanislavski and how they'd read this book and how inspired they were by Stanislavski and all the knowledge they had. And I was very excited about this because I was like, whoa, this is somebody who's really committed to their craft and their development and their growth, and they want this. And that's obviously the type of actor I want to work with, who I want to coach in the 10-week method acting modules. But that's also the type of actor that agents want to sign up, the type of actor that directors want to work with. So I was really bloody excited. However, I do just need to caveat this by saying just because you've read a book doesn't mean that it translates physically. And this is where this actor had a real shortfall. So they knew that they needed to focus. Really good. I'm impressed by this. I love it when an actor starts to focus before a scene because I'm like, yeah, they're trying to find something in the scene before it's began. However, what this actor did shocked me, to be honest, took me by surprise. They held on to the radiator in the studio and started to focus for 10 whole minutes. I literally counted the time because after a couple of minutes, I was like, when's the scene going to start? Like, what's actually happening? And this actor had closed their eyes. And this is obviously an extreme example, and it's very rare that I've seen this, but this actor held onto the radiator for 10 minutes with their eyes closed. And because they'd spoke about Stanislavski in the book they'd read, I was like, well, I'm really expecting something quite big here. And the scene flopped. It flopped because there was no energy. It was mechanical. It was over-rehearsed. So here's the thing. I don't know what the actor was focusing on because I didn't ask them. But 10 minutes is far too bloody long to be focusing. It should not be taking you 10 minutes to get focused, to get a scene started. It should take, and this is after ample training, it's after feedback, and it's after practice to refine your focus skills, it should take no more than 30 seconds to get focused and get in the zone. And one of the ways that we do it in method acting is with an amazing exercise called the rampage. And this is what I would like you to start doing. So the rampage is about getting focused on the character's purpose for being in the scene. And in the 10-week method acting module script analysis, we do this exercise physically first, and we do it out loud so you can be guided by myself. So I can coach you and tell you where your shortfalls are, tell you where your blind spots are, tell you where you're nailing it, so you can keep doing more of that. But we do it physically first, and we do it out loud, so you can start to build up the focus on the purpose, the belief in the character's purpose, the connection to the character's purpose, and the sincerity. And what we do when we're focusing on the character's purpose is we use a process of repetition to embed it into our imagination. Now, this is not to be confused with Sanford Meisner's repetition because it is not that. It is something completely different. But we use the character's purpose via repetition. What happens in the actor is eventually something clicks inside of them. It's like a switch is turned on with their imagination, and all of a sudden they believe in this purpose and they are driven to figure out how they're going to make the character's purpose happen. And it is absolutely magical to see. So when the actor uses this exercise, they're not starting the scene cold. They're not having to warm into the scene. Because they've done the rampage allows them to do the pre-scene prep that starts them in the right energy, the right emotion, and with a drive that feels like a fire is absolutely burning inside of them, and everything becomes sincere. The scene falls into place. They've done this before the first line is ever uttered. We get them to a place, like when they first start with this exercise, practicing it, it takes them about 2 to 3 minutes to get focused, and then eventually we refine it, we practice it, we keep doing it, we keep giving them feedback, and then they get down to 30 seconds, and instead of doing it physically and verbally and out loud, they do it in the head, and they're there within 30 seconds. And they do it with their eyes open. They don't need to stand with their eyes closed. They don't need to do any of that. They don't need to hold on to radiators. They don't need to do anything other than get focused internally, and then the character comes to life. And it is utterly magical to see. And so what happens is they're no longer struggling to get in the zone. They're no longer wondering what they need to focus on to get in the zone. They're already there, as I've already said before that first line ever is uttered. So by using this exercise, they've got in the zone and allowed their acting to become authentic, and it's gone from fake to real within 30 seconds. This exercise is something that has allowed me in my own acting career to get recalled again and again at auditions and also get cast. And also as well, when I felt a bit not fully in it before scenes when I've been filming, or a little bit distracted and unfocused before scenes when I've done stage work, I've been able to use it internally, and it has allowed me to get right there in the moment. And it has allowed me and my acting students to become generous actors. And a generous actor is one who offers a lot to the scene. It's an actor who's really easy to work with. And whether you're new and you're just at the beginning of starting this journey of becoming a professional actor, or you've been at this a while, being a generous actor, being the actor who can focus without someone having to tell you how to do it, is what will build you a credible reputation. It's what will allow you to get cast more often. But it also, for you as the actor, makes the scene so much more enjoyable. And it allows you to find things in the scene that you didn't find in rehearsals. And when that happens, it is so exciting for the actor, because you shock yourself and you go, oh my God, I know I was really connected to that, and there's bits that you can't remember, but you know you were in it, and you are so bloody proud of yourself, and it's like, wow, did I really just do that? And the emotion comes out like magic. It's genuine. You're not having to fake it, you're not having to force it, it's just there, it's real, you're experiencing it. And that's exciting, because you know you have done a good job, and that's what keeps you being proactive in the early stages of your acting career, because you know you can do it and you want to do it again and again and again and again, and you get bitten by the bug. You get bitten by the acting bug, and it's bloody exciting. And that's what I absolutely love coaching actors towards. I love seeing that smile on the face after scenes that they know they have absolutely nailed. So the rampage is what you need to be using to get in the zone. And this is an exercise I'm going to be teaching you fully in the autumn 10-week method acting module. So the autumn 10-week method acting module starts October the 16th. The focus is script analysis, and this is the best module for you to stand out in the industry, because when you start to learn these practical method acting exercises that I'm going to teach you and coach you through, you find things in the character that other actors miss because they're not doing the preparation and the method acting exercises that you're doing in this module. And at the end of it, you will feel inspired, you'll feel creative, you'll feel in the zone, and you will know that you are delivering good, authentic scenes that are not fake. You're not having to force for the connection, because you can just generate that connection on demand. And it's what makes you stand out as an actor in the industry in your early stages of your career. Now, this module only comes around once every 4 years. Despite its title, script analysis, it's a very, very practical module. You need these exercises in your toolkit as an actor so you can start to get towards becoming an unstoppable actor much quicker. So I've left the link underneath the episode in the description for you to read up on the 10-week method acting modules. The auditions are Saturday the 5th of October. They're online. The module is online, so you can be from anywhere in the world to come and train on it. Currently, we've got actors from all over Europe, and it's so exciting because their acting is just going up a notch every single class, and I want that for you. So go and check it out. I hope you're feeling inspired after this episode, and I look forward to receiving an application from you. I've absolutely loved hanging out with you, and I really hope you found this episode inspiring. If you have, please do rate the podcast and hit follow so you never miss an episode, and I can help more actors like you. And come and join one of the most supportive, uplifting acting communities on socials, the Unstoppable Actors Facebook group, where you'll get your weekly injection of inspiration, networking, and receive your free Method Actors Handbook so you can become an unstoppable actor.